So I'll say it again. Complainants don't drop charges. They can't. That isn't the system that we're in. People keep telling me that this is wrong, so let's clear up the confusion properly. In Australia, complainants start investigations, police decide whether or not to charge, and the prosecution decides whether or not the charge continues or is ultimately withdrawn. But here are the three pieces of misinformation that keep coming up. Thing number one is, what if no statement was ever given? Well, if nobody gives a statement, then there's probably not going to be a charge in the first place, so it's not really the right thing to talk about withdrawal, because you can't withdraw that doesn't exist. Now, the second thing is perhaps more problematic, and that's that people say, well, you can just not turn up. Now, that's true. You can not turn up, but usually you've been subpoenaed to turn up. And I have seen people ignore subpoenas who are victims in cases and then they get arrest warrants issued. It's not common, but it does happen. But most importantly, that's not the same thing as withdrawing a charge. That's just not turning up. It's totally separate. So then we move to thing number three, which is people saying, well, I just turn up and say, well, I can't remember, I forget, I don't recall. God, the number of people who say I don't recall. It doesn't work, by the way. And here's why. If you turn up, you then become what's called an unfavourable witness. And the big problem you're going to have is that the prosecution will make the application, and then the prosecution, for your own case, is going to cross-examine you. And it's not pretty. They're going to ask why you think your memory is better now than it was at the time. They're going to show you your prior statement and challenge you on the inconsistencies. It's a really unpleasant place to be. Again, it is not the same thing as withdrawing. It is just making the prosecution more difficult. Police decide whether to charge. The prosecution decides whether or not the charge is withdrawn or continues. They're different roles, different decisions, and they have different consequences. My job here is not to make you like the system, it's just to try and help you understand it.